Hello, I'm Dan Raywood and welcome to IT Security Guru. Now, today is Tuesday the 25th of March. Significant day? No, not particularly. However, today marks 2 weeks until Microsoft pulls support for XP operating system. We've been warned about this for several years actually, so if you're unprepared then you've not really been following the advice of everyone. But what it does mean is that on April the 8th, 2 weeks today, Microsoft will issue the last ever patches for XP for free for regular customers. Now, this does mean you have several options. You can choose to keep on receiving support from Microsoft at a rather inflated price. There are stories that did appear last week from some media outlets saying that actually government departments were actually investing in this support because they were so unprepared. And one wonders why. There are other options such as you can perhaps unplug your computers from the internet. You can actually upgrade. That's probably the best idea, isn't it? So you go out and upgrade your software. Alternatively, just do what I'm probably going to do, and let's go out and buy a brand new computer. But I wondered, that's just my view, what does the wider internet and security industry think? I talked to Twitter and some of my contacts to actually figure out what the best options were if you are in that position. So, without further ado, thanks to all those who came back to me on Twitter. Craig Coward, the PR, he said many security vendors have said they're going to support XP with antivirus products. That's true, we had a support this week announced for XP by the new solution from Malwarebytes. Amar Singh, the CISO, he said upgrade. Simple. The longer you take to upgrade, the easier hackers will invade and evade. Good advice. Andy Agnes, known as Sir Jester on Twitter, he said, I still have time to move to upgrade, but don't do it on April the 9th. Think about it now, you've got 2 weeks to do it. High users and net bigger targets, and consider what sort of target are you? Do your risk management and understand you've got 2 weeks, don't do it all on risk management, do it on your upgrade, it might make a bit more sense. Crozier from CSIT, he said air gap between web and XP machine. Is air gap when you pull the plugs out, David? I think you might mean that. It's not a bad idea if you're just going to use it for word processing, but if you're on the internet, maybe look at something a bit more secure. Kairoa from Norway, he said to me, if you're connected to the internet, upgrade or change to a Nix distro. What? If no con, ignore. I got some great comments from some of the companies in the industry. Troy Gill from AppRiver said, XP is one of the most targeted operating systems connected to the internet. This will make it an enormous liability without regular updates. Don't throw the XP machine away, he said though. Just unplug the internet and relegate it to a life of servitude as your new all-media storage device. Don't throw your computer away, it's a valuable piece of equipment. Does it actually work? Well, it probably does. Use it as a server, use it for storage, use it just for offline word processing, programming, if that's something you use. Jason Tooley from Citrix, he said, time is short and if nothing else, it can take many months to load new software onto hundreds or even thousands of individual endpoints as organisations spend time and resources to test, integrate and install the new OS. While the security implication of the end of Windows XP support is a major concern for business, it should also be viewed as an opportunity to move away from the 3-year PC refresh cycle. How many companies are actually involved in a 3-year PC refresh cycle? I don't know. I heard from Tim Stone from McAfee. He said, as the end of life of XP edges closer, almost a third of the world's machines are still running XP. That's an incredible amount. I don't know how many billions, because I'm sitting here in my little room, but how many billions of users are there in the world? It's like a third of them. They're going to be vulnerable in 2 weeks' time. Stone also said that migrating to Windows 7 and Windows 8 is costly and time consuming, and many organisations have yet to grasp the risk that they'll be exposing their businesses if they haven't taken additional security measures or migrated platforms. Tim gave 4 options. Give admin rights only to those who need them. Protect against zero-day attacks. Technology exists for that, I'm sure. Keep unwanted software out, says the antivirus vendor. And make real-time visibility a priority. Tim Stone said, now is a critical time for businesses that have not yet put their migration strategies in place. If you haven't migrated to XP, why not go to 8? You know, this has got a long lifetime ahead of it. Alternatively, just look to a Linux solution. You know, that's updated and it's safe, isn't it? If you've got IT people in hand, they love Linux. Maybe get them to work on it. Russ Spittler from Alien Vault, he said, limit inbound network access. As the XP machines put them on a dedicated network segment and limit access by other machines in your environment. So there's that air gapping that David Crozier mentioned. He also recommended using a non-administrative account. As the majority of exploits are targeting desktop software for standard users, then consider using it, I don't know, for people with absolutely no level of priority whatsoever. Russ Spittler also recommended using a browser with long-term support plan. Browsers are a lot easier to update. You know, I'm an Explorer. I think I've done 2 or 3 versions in the last couple of years. That does put a big headache upon the IT team, but it's pretty straightforward. But always look forward, look future, and yeah, actually, how easy is that? Finally, Russ Spittler from Alien Vault said, monitor your systems and always check your work. He said the most important thing about catching an incident before it turns into a problem is look out for command and control traffic, internal probing, increased network activity, and other signs of an infection. In other words, just try and be safe. So with just 2 weeks to go until the end of Windows XP, it's a real shame. It's a very, very good operating system. Some blogs have appeared today from Microsoft warning about some of the great threats, such as viruses, such as ransomware, and all the great threats that people who continue to use XP without support will be faced to. Of course, as I said earlier, there is going to be antivirus support and lots of other software support for the Windows XP platform, I guess for some time, because that's in the interest of the vendors to actually keep providing that software. However, is that actually a feasible thing to actually say, I'm safe? Well, the main thing is really to keep safe. And just remember one thing about the next 2 weeks. Don't be ready for a surprise. So for IT Security Guru, I'm Dan Raywood. Keep safe.